dumbasses, and they are political dumbasses. Everyone on social media sharing their thoughts and feeding the Russian spam bots. You are a political dumbass, and I am a political dumbass. We spit our opinions on each other and we morph with all the facts. We are political dumbasses, and they are political dumbasses. Everyone on social media sharing their thoughts and feeding the Russian bots. Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
Welcome, everyone. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome all to another Dumbass Political Podcast. I am the original political dumbass, your host, Glenn Lee Allen Davis, and I know absolutely nothing about what I'm talking about, so that makes me perfectly qualified to tell you what to think. I am joined by my co-host, the amazing, the wonderful Erik Fullmer.
And I don't know shit either.
Just remember that together we make up half the population's vote, so doesn't
Yes.
matter what you do, we're taking over.
We're all doomed.
Curious, Erik, you know any British accents? Do you have a British accent out there?
Let me see. I got some British family. I haven't seen them like over 20 years. I'm thinking about going back to England, but I just can't afford it. It's just, we got to get some listeners on this thing so we can actually afford to go on a trip.
Now, what's funny to me is, what about an Indian accent?
I think I just did two different British accents. One from the South England and Northern England.
You did the whole UK.
Yeah.
What about Indian?
India.
Pakistani, Indian.
Have you tried this?
Oh, the Bali.
Have you tried the chicken curry? I'm going to probably get in trouble for doing this because I got a lot of Indian friends out there.
But see, that's my point, is that it's weird. It's okay to do a British accent because that's the way British people sound.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when you do an Indian accent, that's the way they sound. Yet now it's offensive.
Yeah.
Why is the British one not offensive, but the Indian one now offensive?
Or even Chinese. Like, that would be really offensive.
Yeah, that sounds really, that's taking it too far.
Aye.
But I just remember back many years ago when we lived in Hollywood, and I went to 7-Eleven, and again, this is no knock to Apu or anyone else out there, but this actually happened. I was in 7-Eleven, I got me some nachos, and they have the free chili and cheese. One of the things that I didn't like was if you put the chips in beforehand, they get all soggy. So what I would do is I would put the chips on the side, and I would put the cheese in the little tray and the chili in there. I would fill it up, and then I took it to the counter, and the Indian guy that was running the 7-Eleven said, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? No, you can't put that much chili, that much cheese, that's too much. And I was like, what? It says free chili, free cheese. It says free. Do you want me to put it back? No, I let you do it this time, but that'd be the only time that I let you do it, and you don't do it anymore. And I was like, fuck you, man. And I paid and I went out. But that's how he sounded.
Yeah.
So why is that offensive? If that's how, I'm not making fun of him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was stupid, that person personally, but I'm not making fun of all Indian people.
You socialist fuck. You always want everything free, man.
That's what you took away from that?
Yeah, that's good.
So, is that of a socialist wanting my free cheese and chili?
Fuck, man. What else you want for free? Free healthcare too?
That's the state of affairs that we're in right now, is that if you make fun of one group, it's not offensive if you make fun of another group. And again, you're not really making fun of the people. Which brings me to my next thing that kind of baffles me. Is right now, there's a lot of anti-Semitism in the world today. It's a lot in politics. It's just like, I don't really understand. I never have really understood, is that why are the Jews hated so much? You know, we used to live in Hollywood. We used to live by the Orthodox Jewish
Yeah.
communities, you know, the people with the curly hair and the
Yeah.
thing. They were always really nice to us. We used to shop in the stores. I've never come across a Jewish person that was ever there was a few that were, I'd say, dramatic and rude every once in a while, but nothing to where like
I worked for the Israelis and the Jews for like, I don't know how many years doing the telemarketing. And
Yeah.
they're always cool. Like they love their money. I mean, they're really on their money. And
well, that's a racist statement right there.
right? That's a stereotype right there.
But it baffles my mind that, okay, like you have a group like, okay, so again, we're going to be very narrow-minded here for a second and say you have Mexicans and people say, oh, I don't like the Mexicans. They're this or they're that. They're immigrants. Or you have black people. I don't like black people for this or that. Or I don't like trailer park trash. But then when you get to the Jews, all of a sudden it's like, fucking kill the Jews.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? What? How can you go from 0 to a 60 in like 2 seconds to go from not liking somebody to hate them for no reason at all? What did they do
Did you think
to be hated enough to want to kill almost instantaneously? Like, I don't get that. I never have. It's always baffled me.
Do you think like, Trump making them a national out, Judaism national now, is that going to make it more dangerous for them?
Well,
a lot of people are saying that.
I think so. I think it's made it in the forefront, but Jewish people have always been persecuted for, you know, thousands of years. And it like, I don't, maybe it has to do with the Jesus Christ thing and that they don't believe in Jesus Christ. But then you have people that are also Jewish, the religion, and then you have people who are Jewish, the race. You know, I mean, obviously they're one and together, but what if there's an atheist who's a Jewish? Is he still hated the same as
That's why I never understood, like, why is like Muslims, they consider that like a race. I think Muslim isn't that a religion.
Yeah, I'm
Islam.
pretty sure. Yeah.
But they always say, like, get the Muslims out of here. It's like,
But there's like, yeah, but I mean, there's
all Muslims are brown skinned, you know? It's like, that's what
not necessarily. Yeah, it's weird.
That's how they see it as, you know? Like,
I don't understand how people think in such a narrow-minded way. It's just like hate somebody for their actions personally, but why hate a complete entire race just because of who they are? Or what, like, because one person pissed you off, you know, because you didn't like their politics or the way they acted.
Well, that's why, you know, growing up, I was always baffled by when Grandma used to tell us about how Uncle Arlie got beat up by some black kids in high school, and that's why he was such against black people, and that's why he disowned our aunt because.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Because for those of you out there, our aunt who married or has several black children and interracial, and this was like back in
the 70s,
the 70s and 80s, so it was very frowned upon back then.
So her brother disowned her just because.
But then that's probably some deep ass. I mean, Grandma was racist. I mean, our grandmother was totally racist. She used to say the N word like.
But she wasn't like racist. Like she was like old school. It's just like Archie Bunker style.
Yeah, she didn't hate anybody. Like if there was somebody who was stranded on the side of the road, whether it be Mexican, black, or what have you, she would stop and help him. It wasn't that big of a deal. But or maybe just her upbringing because she grew up in Oklahoma.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, like in the 20s, and it was still segregation and all that stuff like that. So
I guess my point is that as racist as she was or like presented herself, why are we not racist?
Yeah.
Like
I think we learned from that.
Yeah, I guess, but a lot of people don't. I mean, why are we so lucky to learn from that? I mean, we should be.
I mean, I think just be able to watch like the Jeffersons and Archie Bunker and stuff like that kind of showed me that it's not being racist. It's just that's just how they talked, you know. And,
so TV actually taught us something.
I mean, as a little kid, I didn't know the N word was a bad word until someone had to tell me, you know?
Yeah, no. It's
I just thought it was something George Jefferson would say or Archie Bunker would say.
Or even Grandma would say it all the time.
I just thought it was just slang or something. I didn't know it had anything to do with, because I wasn't taught that in school. I wasn't taught about slavery in school. I don't know.
No.
And if I was probably daydreaming.
Because we never paid attention to school.
Drawing cartoons on my papers.
But the point is that, you know, a lot of people out there are using this whole racial political agenda in, you know, much like the religion thing is that a lot of people are using race as, even on the Democratic side, they're using it as an agenda to fight Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, he's racist. Yeah, the guy probably is racist. I mean, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. It's kind of different than what his policies are. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to seem like I'm defending Trump. Well, I guess I am. Son of a bitch.
I mean, I kind of think, I don't think Trump is racist by heart. I think he's that old school, like he just
has racist.
We got to understand what racism really means. Racism means someone who is more superior than another race. In other words, it doesn't mean necessarily about the color of skin. So it's more about the oppression of a race that you feel you're more superior than. There's bigotry and then there's racism. And
I think I think in a way he's too business oriented. Like he doesn't give a shit one way or the other about race, but he's going to use it to his advantage if it helps him win.
Yeah.
That's what he's more concerned about. Whether it hurts somebody or not, he doesn't care. So it's more of him just being
Someone made a good point.
Careless.
Someone I was talking to made a good point. He's not a racist. He's a transactionist. In other words, he sees everyone as a transaction.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the businessman at heart, no matter how crummy that business is.
It's just
which brings us to the next agenda, which is, the thing that's obvious, because obviously it's a bit of a slow news week being the holidays and whatnot, that they don't have much to talk about except for one thing, and that's the impeachment. When the impeachment took place, like when they announced it on TV and they were talking about it, I wasn't that surprised. It wasn't like one of those got you moments to where you're like, oh my God, the president's being impeached. It was like, oh yeah, well, yeah, I kind of expected that. Shit, it's about time. They took him this long, 3 years. What the hell's wrong with you people? I mean, not that I'm saying what he did is impeachable. I'm trying to stay neutral. I don't know one way or the other, because it seems like if you say I'm for impeachment, automatically you're for the left, and it seems if you're not for impeachment, automatically you're for the right. So it's like you can't be neutral in this situation. They've automatically pigeonholed anybody who says what they really think. Like even if you're a Republican and you think he should be impeached, all of a sudden, oh, you're against us. That's the level of stupidity that we're at right now, that you can't have a good opinion about one side and another good opinion about the other side without, you have to pick sides. There's no.
I get that all the time. It's like, oh, you're a Democrat, you're a liberal. Oh, I even get, like, if I say, if they find out I'm from Portland, Oregon, oh, you must be a liberal. You're from like, I just started. I only lived here for like 8 years.
Well, what they don't realize is that actually there's only the main city of Portland, Oregon, that is liberal. The rest, like Bend, Oregon, like all the way out in the country, that's where they took over that land. Those guys that took over the land.
The business I'm in, the day job I have, I mean, there's a big percentage of all Trump supporters. You'd be surprised, like, wow, he's
you go out to Scappoose or anywhere else right outside of Portland, and it's all rural. Any type of rural area is going to be mostly Trump supporters and Republican and conservative agendas. And but because the Portland base is outnumbers the rural areas by thousands upon thousands, that they have the majority say.
I mean, I seriously think we're at a point now where there's Republican, Democrat, and there's a Trump party. I mean, like you say it all the time on the news and stuff and TV, but I really believe that we now just have a Trump party.
Yeah, it's a whole separate
even,
unity.
Not even Republicans anymore.
Yeah,
the Republicans that are scared, and that's why they're backing them, because the real Republicans are scared of losing their elections. But.
And that's a sad thing. That's one thing I've learned from this whole last 3 years of politicians is that they're all fucking kind of spineless dicks.
Yeah.
Republican, Democrat, whatever. They're all kind of just sleek, because they said completely opposite things when Clinton was being impeached. They were all completely on different sides, the opposite ends of the spectrum. So they're all like wishy-washy. None of them are really true to what their word is. So that's why it's impossible to say, oh, I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican on my side, because it's like I see the faults in everybody. And I understand that you have to win a side. It's almost like you have to win a debate. It's like the debate team. If you watch like any of the CNN or Fox News and you see them fighting for this agenda, you'll always see this weird smirk on their face. Like the ones that are on the I guess the wrong side of whatever the talk is. They always have this, like, look for the smirk. Whenever you see the smirk, you see that they don't believe in the bullshit they're feeding you. Because they have this weird, like, just watch the side of their mouth. And that's like a lying tell or something, you know? Like the side of their mouth will go up and you'll see this weird, I don't know. You watch for that and you know they're full of shit. That's just, sales 101 of reading people. And, So what do you think? Should he be impeached? Should we put our thoughts out there and say, should he be impeached or should he not be impeached?
At first I thought he did, but now I'm thinking, like, what's the point of impeaching him now? Because he's just gonna.
Yeah, it just seems kind of like.
Like now it's almost like you expect, oh yeah, this big old boom boom, and all of a sudden now that it's here, we're like, I guess it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not like
I was just saying maybe they should just make it a new rule that you can reach out to foreign countries to get political dirt on you and just write that.
Let's just change the rules. Fuck it, man.
Yeah, I mean, just make it okay, I guess. And then,
I mean, listen, I don't know anything about it one way or the other, whether it's legal or not illegal. But if the majority of the people seem to think it's illegal to do that, and if it is in the Constitution, because like I said, we're not scholars, we don't know shit. Then if it is wrong, then they should do something about it.
I mean, what's getting me is all these people saying that he's not impeached yet. He's officially impeached everyone. It just hasn't, even though it hasn't gone to the Senate yet, and go to the trial, he's still impeached. Even if it never goes to the Senate, he's still going to be the third president in history that's been impeached.
Yeah, even if the Senate acquits him,
he's still going to be the third.
He
president.
will still be impeached, just like Clinton was impeached by the House, even though the Senate, acquitted him. So,
and the guy that created the whole Pizzagate conspiracy theory, he's the one that originally put that out there, saying that if it doesn't go to the Senate, then his first term will be annulled, and he can actually start over again and get 3 more extra years as a president. And all these like Trumpers and everything,
anything as
believing it,
I think anything as a conspiracity that has the word pizza in it, I don't think should be believed. Pizzagate.
The guy that did the Pizzagate, he tweeted that, and then everyone believed it.
Yeah,
that's the thing about those Trumpers, man. They'll make up their own stuff and then believe it.
It's so weird, and they believe it, man. Yeah,
they believe it to the dying breath.
That's what's so confusing to people who want to know the truth.
Yeah.
But really don't have limited.
Then they'll say, "Well, you can't watch mainstream news." And I go, "Well, show me a news site that I should be watching." And it's usually some guy that created a site that lives in his mom's basement. That's 40 years old. That anyone can make up.
I don't care who you are. Even if you say let's say CNN says it's non-biased, or Fox News says that unbiased news. We are not biased. But the moment any news outlet is going to be biased.
Yeah.
Everybody's biased. Yeah. That's just the way the world works.
And this is supposed to be a non-biased podcast, but look what's happening.
I know, son of a bitch.
Here comes the hate.
You better bring us all together with some music.
Yeah.
Bring on the hate. Bring on the haters.
Hey, you think Eddie Van Halen was a Jew?
Does it matter?
I don't know. He finger tap like a Jew.
I think that's racist.
Is it? Oh, shoot. So sue me.
All right, we better not get in trouble over that. But
I love all people, man. All races, color, everything. I've always have. To me, people are just people, man. Like, I don't see why people have to I never can understand that, why people will just be against somebody just because of where they're from or whatever.
Well, I think they misinterpret the idea that you can have fun and make fun of people and laugh and even be prejudiced.
I mean, it's just satire.
To hate somebody and if you want to let's say, remember how we used to go with your friend to the gay bars or something, and you would see people outside that would actually be gay bashers. Back then, it was like they were. Their sole intention was to wait for people to get out of the gay clubs and then bash them over the head.
Yeah.
Like or not like gay people makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's what you have to struggle with internally. But to actually take the step to where you actually want to hurt somebody and hate them enough to bash them over the head, that's a whole other fucking level, man. That's an internal mental illness.
Yeah.
That person has, to hate somebody. It's one thing to say, "Oh, let's make fun. You wear saggy jeans or something like that, or your suits or your bow tie or whatever." But then to actually hate them.
That's where homophobia comes in. Like someone was asking, why is it just if I'm against a homosexual lifestyle, why am I considered homophobic? And I go, you could be against a lifestyle, you could disagree with it, you have that right to be that. But once you just get into parts where you're actually suppressing that person, you're harming that person, you're discriminating against that person, that's when it becomes homophobia.
As far as impeachment goes, what the hell? I mean, if it's the law, then I think they have to do it.
I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if Trump is smart enough to do this, but what if he actually did all this on purpose because he knows that, if maybe he's the one that planted the whole whistleblower and he's the one that made it an obvious phone call that
that's what I think too,
because he knows that Pelosi's going to push the impeachment.
It's a distraction,
and that's why Mitch is so bent on just saying no, he's not going to be removed, this and that, because he knows it's going to distract us from the Democratic and the
think about that. I mean,
it's going to be the ultimate distraction.
I mean, because obviously in the last few months we haven't other than when there was a debate, they were talking about the Democratic candidates like crazy. And since the whole impeachment thing, all they've been talking about is Trump, 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 Trump. Yeah. And that's why he won the last time, is because if you say his name enough times, that's what you remember. You don't remember anybody else. Doesn't matter how good somebody is. If all you remember walking out of a room is Trump and not Klobuchar or Buttigieg or whatever, then you're like, oh, who was I going to vote for? Oh, well, shit, Trump. Yeah, he's an asshole, but I remember him. So here, let me click his name, which brings us to the next ultimate thing here is that I think we need to talk about who's left in the Democratic.
Who is left in the Democratic debate candidacy? What would be the word? I'm so dumb.
Because there is actually 15 people, I think, from last I remember, this could have changed. Yeah. But there are still 15 candidates left.
Is that including the Republicans that are going against Trump?
No, that doesn't. They don't even. Nobody cares about them.
Yeah.
That was a news cycle for about 2 weeks, and then that's. Let me tell you. Let's go through all these people. And let's figure out who we can get behind and who we can make fun of. Because at the bottom of the pack, surprisingly, is John Delaney. I don't know if anyone even remembers John Delaney. He had a few good moments in the beginning debates, but man, this guy. Yeah, where the fuck? You don't hear nothing about him. Like, why still be in it?
His theme song should be "We're the last in line."
So, like, I wonder if it's just like he doesn't want to face the reality of being an unemployed or something, maybe, or like, because it's probably like it's like being a rock star, you know, when you're on the debate, you got people cheering for you, you got people loving you.
Where's he getting his money at? I wonder.
I'm sure somebody's giving him money somewhere. Somebody's like that's a weird thing too. Like, let's say the bottom 5 to 10 candidates. Who's giving money? Like, you know, you're wasting money. Like I'm going to send $10.
Like when running for president becomes a hobby.
Like why am I paying for this guy to go around the country and be on vacation? Because, you know, he's just talking to people, drinking coffee, and we're paying for it. If you're contributing, like Marianne Williamson, she's another one. She's on the bottom tier.
Yeah.
She's still around. I mean, I'm sure she's probably using a lot of her own money because she's rich. Yeah. Unless maybe she's selling books or whatever shit. Like, you know, it's a promotional tour for her.
We're running for president. Oh, that's a nice hobby.
Yeah. And then you have a newcomer, which is that Deval Patrick. I don't really know too much about him other than that he was like Obama's.
Yeah.
Something to Obama.
I thought he bailed out or no.
No, he just joined 2 weeks ago or something. He did some kind of speech. But other than that, I haven't really heard about him. Michael Bennet, the guy from Montana.
Yeah.
I think what did you say? He
sounds like Alan Thicke when he talks. The late Alan Thicke. Hey there. I can't do Alan Thicke.
Yeah, nobody can do it.
I'm the worst at impressions.
Michael Bennet needs to come in here so he can do Alan Thicke for us.
Come on, be Alan Thicke, man. We missed that guy.
But the next up is Julian Castro.
Oh, yeah, he's still in there.
I forgot about him. He's actually, I really like him. I mean, as far as when he talks his message, I got to confess, I actually like his brother better.
Yeah, he's got a twin brother.
I like Joaquin, but he seems tougher for some reason. Joaquin, he's got the beard and he seems like more business. Yeah. Like when he talks, he's like, and you're like, okay, shit, I'll listen to him.
Yeah, but he's got an advantage though because he can like swich roles. You know, when they become president, like do speeches.
If one gets assassinated, the other one.
Oh no, there's two of them.
Yeah. I can't make the debate, man. You got to make it. Okay, I'll do it.
This guy never dies.
So, but I do like his message. I think, but presidential material, he's more of the senator type. He's more of the fight behind the lines. Like, he's a good fighter. He's a good guy. I think he's great at what he's doing.
I really don't see him enough anymore to really have a real opinion on him other than.
And then we got the two, to me, dipshits is Bloomberg and Tom Steyer.
Oh, yeah.
The $2 billionaires. Obviously,
I try to like Tom Steyer, but he seems fake. There's something fake about him.
I don't know what it is. He seems like
he's not coming across genuine. Like,
yeah, I don't know what it is. It seems like he's trying too hard.
Yeah, he's trying too hard
to be an anti-Trumper rather than a pro-presidential candidate.
I mean, even before he ran for president, it was the whole thing. He raised money to try to get him.
Yeah, like is it
3 years ago?
Like, it's almost like Trump killed one of his kids and he's out for revenge. Like, he's fucking on a revenge killing. Like,
that's all it sounds like.
I'm gonna get you back one day, Trump. Like maybe Trump embarrassed him at a party or something.
I know.
And ever since,
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Instead of I'm Batman, I'm Steyer.
Yes.
I'm coming for you, motherfucker. Bloomberg just recently jumped into the pile.
He seemed like it'd be good. He could be like the Democratic Trump.
he's too one-sided message,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. He just doesn't seem to appeal. Like, I don't know. I don't.
He'd be all stop and frisk for the whole United States.
Yeah. But then apologize later.
Yeah, apologies later.
I'm going to stop your ass, but I'm real sorry about that, sir. That we had to arrest you and you had to pay all these fines. You had to get a bail.
Does that mean he's going to stop white people too?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's stopping everybody. But Bloomberg, again, I don't think has a chance. All the ones below, Tom Steyer, you can buy your way in. I just don't see it. I don't know how anybody else feels about it out there. If you want, leave a comment. Leave us your top picks. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/politicaldumbass. You can check out our page. Leave a comment on there. Let us know what you think. Next in line, we got Tulsi Gabbard. Now, I liked her in the beginning.
She's turned into the dark side.
It is kind of weird. Like, even though I know that whole story with Clinton, she put out like she's like a Russian agent or some weird shit like that.
And I think just recently, Trump's actually got some good things to say about it. He's actually kind of pushing for her.
that tells you, right?
So
Maybe something is wrong.
She's going to the dark side.
If Trump's on your side, then you're fucked, man. Or something ain't right. like maybe the goal is to get Gabbard as the front runner, right? And then when she wins, then she bails out at the last minute because she's a Russian agent. So she's like, okay, Trump, just take it. I'm bailing out like the day before the election and nobody can take over. So. I mean, I liked her in the beginning. She seems pretty tough, but I don't know. There's something that's just.
I see a lot of guys like the way she looks too. Always here. That's what.
That's what matters most, Eric.
Well, that's what most of the comments I see from people are like, yeah, she's hot. Like,
we want a hot president.
Like I was looking at it yesterday. Someone posted about her on Facebook, and it was like all the comments were like, yeah, she's hot, but
But that's the state of men. Sorry, ladies. That's just the way men are.
And that's not my opinion. I was just sharing other.
Of course, of course, Eric. That's what you were doing, relaying other people's messages. We're all pigs.
Yep.
But I mean, if that was a factor, you think she would be polling better?
Yeah. I think she intimidates a lot of people.
Maybe that's what it is. Because she comes.
She's very serious and very,
Maybe it's the military background that she comes across as very. But then again, Buttigieg is military. But she comes across as very like.
I mean, I think she'd be good if they give her a chance. But
I don't know. I kind of think all of them would be good.
Yeah.
Presidential good.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then you got Cory Booker. I like Cory Booker for who he is and what he stands for. But presidential, he seems a little too happy-go-lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He seems too...
He's always very...
rosy red. Like...
Well, reminds me of that comedian, the guy that does Keenan and Peele or whatever.
Yeah. He's like the Mr. Rogers of presidential candidates. He's very calm, very like always the right thing to say and always trying to bring people together.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I liked him when he was in the Senate or whatever.
I mean, he's a great person. I really like what he stands for.
Every time I post online that I like him, I always get people saying, "Oh, but his whole thing with pharma, he bought into big pharma and he took a bunch of donations from big pharma, and that's what I guess that's his, Pandora's box or whatever do you call it?" But what politician isn't like taking money from some of those big like?
They're passing it out. I mean, what the hell do you expect?
Yeah. And again, it's like a lot of that stuff's conspiracy theory stuff. It's like most Trumpers and all these GOP.
But then Trump's taking he's raising $50 million. Who do you think he's getting money from?
I know, right?
I mean, clearly he's taking money from every which way shady person under the sun.
Well, definitely the NRA.
So why can't the Democrats? I mean,
it's Trump. Every time there's a shooting, he's like, yeah, we're going to do background checks. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. 2 weeks later, go by, it's all quiet, cricket.
Because
the NRA got into him.
Because he gets on one of his riffs, and then they bring him back. Well, Mr. Trump, you can't do that because we're not going to. Oh, okay. I'm not sure about those. Well, let's think about it. We got enough regulations as it is, man.
More shootings.
Did we really lose anybody?
Well, that's what I don't get. Okay, cigarettes are one of the number one killers of people too, right?
Yeah, lung cancer and whatnot.
So we got all these serious restrictions on cigarettes, probably more cigarette restrictions than there are on guns. And back when they were doing that, because remember you could smoke in restaurants anywhere you want, and you never heard people say they're going to take all of our cigarettes away.
Yeah,
so we still got cigarettes. They got a lot of restrictions. So we could do the same thing with guns. We could have some sensible background checks.
Yeah,
and they're not going to take all your guns away.
I don't understand what the NRA has to lose. I mean, they have memberships, people that, but they're not the actual gun makers.
I know.
Do they own part of like Smith and Wesson or something?
Probably.
Like I thought they were just an organization that organized people that believed in guns and stuff. I don't, unless maybe they're funded by those companies.
Somehow they're all in the same cookie jar.
What the hell do I know? But then after that, we're getting up to the top. What do we got here? 6 or 7 or 6 of them left. Amy Klobuchar. What do you think about her?
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about her the other day. Not like that, but no, she reminds me of like that mom that's trying to be cool, and she could like I don't know, like.
Listen, I like what she
like her voice sometimes annoys me.
Yeah, that fuck her voice annoys the shit out of me when I hit. When like when she's talking about a prepared statement, like when she has something to say, it's very good, it's very strong, it's very emotional. But when she's talking off the cuff and somebody is, and she's trying to argue with somebody, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like that wavering in her voice, man, it just cuts through my brain.
Where's she from again? Like what state?
Minnesota.
Okay. That's why her accent, I was wondering.
Yeah, but it's just that. It's like she's nervous and she can't get that nervousness out. And it's like, I can't get past the voice. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't. I don't know how you guys feel about it out there.
You want to make her president, that's cool, but just keep her away from those speeches.
Yeah. Give her prepared statements. Like, no, but I think she's, okay.
Give her a voiceover.
Here's my thing. When I've seen her on like The Daily Show, I've seen her on Bill Maher, she does great. She's personable. She's like when she tries to get her point across in a calm and meaningful way, she's great. But it's almost like when she's on the debate stage, it's like she's trying to present herself in a third person. Like she's like, well, when I was on The Daily Show, I did this. When I was the senator, I proved that. Like, just tell me what you did. You don't have to tell me you did it. Just say you fucking did it.
Like, remember Kamala Harris? They made a drinking game out of like how many times she's going to say, I was a former prosecutor. Yeah. So every time she said that, you had to take a drink.
Don't tell me what you're going to, just tell me the story without telling me the setup. Just say, hey, I said this, or this is, or just say what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, don't set it up every single time. And then she does it, and then her voice wavers. And then it's almost like she's unsure of what she, like, it's almost like she knows she's doing it and she's fighting it, but somebody told her to say it that way.
Yeah.
To come, like, maybe she has bad handlers, or what are those people that tell you what to say?
Yeah, like the advisors.
Yeah, advisors. That's what I was looking for. So maybe she has bad advisors, or she just can't get over that piece. But
Klobuchar, you're phenomenal, but we hate your voice.
And crazy sounding voice. I don't think it's presidential at all.
All right, what was that? That sounded almost like like some old comedian.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think.
If I pulled out of somewhere, like out of my subconscious. I can only do
like Conan or something.
Yeah.
Like
I can only do impressions if it's from people I don't know where they're coming from.
Then we're getting into the top ones. Now, I know this is your boy right here, Andrew Yang.
Yeah, I'm feeling the yang. Ooh, that sounds dirty. He should have went with that, man.
Don't feel it too hard.
Or he should have went with the Wu Yang clan.
Yeah. Now Yang to me is really cool. I mean,
Yang gang.
He's borderline presidential. I mean, I think if he was president, I know he could get the job done.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any doubts. He's a smart, intelligent guy. But can he come across to, let's say, Republicans or the rest of the world?
Yeah.
But, hey, $1,000 a month, right? Is that the deal? Little China. Is he Chinese?
I think so.
I don't know. It'd
be cool to have a Chinese president, though.
Yeah.
But
I'm down for it. I mean, I'm cool.
So here's the thing about that $1,000 a month. I mean, so many people, like, usually people are against that. I guess for some reason there's people against getting $1,000 extra a month. It's like they think it's free money and this and that. It's like, well, look, it's $1,000 extra that anybody can actually put towards groceries for their, for their family, like a family of 4 or whatever. That's $250 a week on groceries. That's
health insurance.
Health insurance. I mean, and that money's going right back into the economy. It's not like we're giving everyone $1,000 and it's just going to disappear.
Yeah.
It's getting spent. Like, I'm going to buy a new guitar every month with that,
Yeah.
And that's going to go right back into the economy.
It's like a stimulus package, if you think about it, because when they give, except that they're not just giving it straight to the corporations, they're allowing people, because normally when they have a stimulus package, they give millions of dollars, billions of dollars to banks, to retail, to airlines, to bail them out.
See, a lot of people think it's welfare and go, we're already the welfare for the 1%.
Yeah. So fuck them.
Yeah. But, well, they say because Alaska's already been doing it. I guess Alaska works for Alaska, but you got to also consider Alaska's only got 700,000 people for the entire state. I think it can really help a lot of, I mean, just think if you're homeless and you got that $1,000 guarantee coming to your P.O. box, that can get you some new clothes and get you in a job interview, and then you're going to be another productive person back into society. And
well, what qualifies you to get that $1,000? Like, what if you are on the street? What if you are homeless? Let's say you don't have a Social Security. Let's say you lost your Social Security card or something like that.
Yeah, there's probably going to be some stipulations on some of those situations, but I would imagine, like, let's say you just recently became homeless, and then imagine this too: if everyone's money disappeared, rich and poor, everyone will get $1,000. We're all even, no matter what. Well, it just levels the playing field. And I tell people that are against that 1,000, I go, you know what? You're going to get it no matter what. If he becomes president, you're going to get that 1,000. If you don't want it, donate it.
Yeah,
donate to charity.
Give it to your neighbor.
Give it to me. I'll take it.
Put it online. Put it on Craigslist.
Like, who the hell's against an extra $1,000 a month?
Yeah.
And they say, oh, and then here's the next excuse. Oh, but it's probably not going to be a full 1,000. You'll get taxed, and you only see like maybe 500. Well, that's still more $500 more than what you have.
Well, what sense does that make to tax money that you're getting from the government? That's like saying when I file my tax return, they're going to tax my tax return.
That's how stupid they are.
Like, what the hell's wrong with people? People just come up with shit just to be on the opposite end of it. That put it shit.
And I notice that most of the people that are against all this stuff are people that don't make a whole lot of money. I'm thinking you'd be the first person to embrace this. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
stop pretending you're one.
Like farmers or like people in the middle of nowhere that
stop pretending you're a millionaire. Like I see you.
I don't want that. But yeah, I like Yang. I think he's got a good message. I think he's the realest out of all the candidates. He's the most down to earth.
He's got a real grip on where we are going with the industrialization of, with the whole replacing jobs with mechanics.
Yeah. Well, I think he's an honest I think he's the most honest with himself.
Yeah.
Like he's most comfortable with because he's rich. He knows who he is. He knows he has a great family. He has a great life.
And he was a Gothic in high school.
So that'll get all the rejects and the oddities and the weirdos to vote for him.
He should run with his makeup on.
Yeah, that'd be old school. But yeah, that'll go over well on CNN. Like he's almost like Trump, but the opposite of Trump. Like Trump's like the asshole that at work. Yeah. That you kind of Trump is like the person you sit around the water cooler and make fun of, but then he makes you laugh because he's such a dipshit. Yeah. Whereas Yang is the guy who's the smart guy at work that you admire and you like go, hey, that's the cool guy. I want to be around him. He knows what he's talking about. If I screw up on something, I want him to cover for me. I want him to, So yeah, I'm all for Yang. Do we see him as presidential material getting to the front?
Kind of. It's
I mean, to us, but to people who are open-minded. But let's say somebody, like you said, some dipshit who doesn't know anything.
I just think America KKK is not ready for an Asian president.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody in the middle of, I don't want to put down any state, but let's say Ohio, who is, all of a sudden they turn on the news and they don't know what's going on. Yeah, Yang's been voted president. What the, what? Right. What the fuck is going on? Just like do you know that when Obama was elected president, you know what the highest selling items were that skyrocketed beyond Y2K? Doomsday prepper kits.
Oh, yeah?
Because they thought it was the end of the fucking world when a black person was voted president. I'm serious. That shit went through the roof in sales. People were building bunkers. People were...
Well, what got me too, it seemed like to me like when he was running, everyone was like, oh, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great to have a first black president. I'm going to be part of history. I'm going to vote for him. This time I'm going to be part. And then when he got voted in and won, and they all complained about it.
Yeah, everybody was like, oh, no.
Yeah, it's like,
Yang would have that same issue.
Yeah, I think so too.
It would be kind of, there's a lot of haters out there.
Yeah, no.
That's one thing that I think Trump has taught us over the last, I would say over the last 8 to 12 years is that there's a lot of racist motherfuckers out there, man. And they're just waiting to come out and put people down as soon as they're in front. You know, secretly and anonymously, of course.
He lifted the rocks, man.
I think I'm on the fence between him and Buttigieg.
That's the thing I was about to say.
I like Buttigieg a lot. I think Buttigieg to me is the smartest one out of all the candidates.
It would be cool if they became president and vice president. That would really piss off a lot of
Well, see, that's my...
The gay guy and the Chinese guy, oh my God.
Listen, if anybody's listening out there this is my take on Buttigieg. If he does not become the nominee, right? I don't care who you are, Biden, Sanders, Warren, Yang. If you don't pick Buttigieg as your vice president, you are missing the most golden opportunity in a lifetime. So just imagine Buttigieg having to fight in a debate against Mike Pence. That would be the showdown of all motherfucking showdowns. That would just go down. That would...
They would have to pay-per-view that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would pay to see that
First time in history we're pay-per-viewing these debates.
So whoever you are, whoever is the Democratic nominee, if it's not Buttigieg, pick Buttigieg as your vice president because that would be the smartest decision you'll ever make. That would automatically get you like ratings history, more than Trump could ever imagine.
Buttigieg versus Mike Pence. Fight. Round one. Death. Fight.
So I like Buttigieg. He's got it. The only thing I don't like about him, he's a little bit stiff. You know, he seems, I think he's reserved, and that may have to do with his homosexuality. I know he's doing his best not to put it out there. And I'm really surprised in the last debate when he said, hey, imagine being a gay dude from Indiana going up against Mike Pence's state and winning an election. I thought that was going to be like the big
viral thing.
The big meme or viral thing. But no, it just totally got glossed over. But you could see he was nervous when he said that. Like he didn't want to say it. It's almost like he forced himself to say.
It's that dry humor.
Because he's trying his best not to make his homosexuality a forefront of his campaign, which is a smart thing to do. I mean, obviously that's not what defines him, and it shouldn't be what defines him, but it's also who he is, and he shouldn't hide, like he shouldn't, I don't know if it's a shame about it or what, maybe it is, but that could just be years of repression, among all people that have to deal with that situation.
I mean, I think he's like, I don't know if he's, I mean, I highly doubt he's ashamed of his sexuality.
No, that's what I would, but I mean, it's just years of years of repression because of feeling, you can't help it, no matter how strong you are in that. If people constantly put you down because you're gay or you're constantly afraid of it, you got to have some kind of repressed feelings about it.
Yeah, I would imagine.
When he says stuff, he's very quick. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He seems like he could handle any situation. I think he could totally put Trump in his place because he knows the facts. He can come back with stuff very quickly.
I can see Trump now, like trying to dig up dirt on Buttigieg.
Well,
he's gay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's going to be a major mistake if they say anything homophobic, man. That's he seems like a leader. Buttigieg seems like the person that would get the job done. So then we got our top three here. We got Warren. Warren, I like. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's going to be another Clinton situation. If she gets voted, that's my only fear. I think she would be great. She would take on everybody. She would fight, and she would do probably a better job than anybody out there.
I want to be everybody's friend.
But she, she's the condescending mom. She's the one, but I don't mind that. She seems like somebody that would definitely know how to get things done. And all these people that complain about it's the same thing with $1,000 a month.
Mom, I got a stomach ache.
I got a plan for that.
I mean, I just want some medicine. I got a plan.
It's the same thing as the $1,000 a month. Like, who's going to complain about free health care?
I know, right?
Like, what are you, a moron?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't have to pay a premium or I don't have to pay a deductible, if I don't have to pay anything for my health care, who cares? Why would I not want that?
Yeah.
I can see whatever doctor I want because every doctor is being paid for by the government. So what does it matter? Who the hell's paying for it? That my insurance company? Oh, who gives a shit?
I'm on the Oregon Health Plan and I don't pay for nothing. Like, I know a lot of people are going to give me backlash on that. Like, I'm raping the system. No, I'm not. I'm just taking advantage of what the resources they have.
That's the whole point of the Obamacare. You make a certain amount of money that's under the threshold, then why shouldn't you take advantage of that? That's the whole purpose of it.
They go, I got to pay my bills. I can't spend it on health care.
I mean, I don't mind paying higher taxes if that's the case. And that, again, that goes the same thing with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders and Warren are kind of in the same boat. Free healthcare, single payer system. I'm all for that. I'm absolutely. Will it be bumpy in the beginning? Will it be a mess? Yeah, probably. But change always is. I don't mind that because in the end, in another 10 years, when I get to the age to where I will need Medicare or serious medical stuff, then I'm all for it. Hey, somebody, a little bit from everybody takes care of all the people, then I'm down for that. And it eliminates fraud. It eliminates the insurance companies from being billionaires and taking advantage of people.
Yep.
Oh, I like my insurance company. Well, that insurance company's ripping you off.
Mm-hmm.
Warren, I think she's a fighter. I think there's a reason she's a top contender. Is that Pocahontas thing going to come back to haunt her? Because that's a tough one, because once she gets up against Trump, he's going to be, hey, Pocahontas,
Yeah.
and that's going to run you down.
But it seems to me that would go against Trump, because that seemed like the most racist thing he could do.
It is, but he gets away with it,
Weird.
I don't understand it either, but I don't even know when it comes to Oregon when we get to choose. Oh, shit.
Oh, what's that? Oh, shit. That's
Shit, it's an alarm.
It's that Christmas present from North Korea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Came late.
We got to discuss that.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, fucking Trump. Where's our present? Is it a vase? Remember, did you hear him say that?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, what if it's a nice vase?
I wasn't sure what they mean by that. Were they talking about a real vase or a real vase or
So I'm curious if Kim Jong-un made this big threat and then nothing happened. Is his people pissed at him, or do they not have a clue? Like, are they like, where's the fucking thing you promised, man?
I was expecting to wake up, it's going to be like Red Dawn, the remake, when the North Koreans were attacking everybody.
It's like, what the hell?
I don't know, like, I'll woke up.
Disappointment.
Yeah, man.
Kim Jong-un, I never liked you before, but I like you even less now.
Yeah,
you
man.
disappointed me, man.
I know, man.
You disappointed your father. You disappointed your grandfather. What kind of world God leader are you,
Because
dictator?
right now it's the perfect time to nuke us. I mean,
You made a threat. You didn't back up, you son of a bitch.
I know, right?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like dud.
Yeah.
Probably what it was. It's probably a dud.
And if you get overthrown because of this, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah.
But I could almost imagine, like, maybe Trump, to save face for Kim Jong-un, might even say, yeah, I got a present in the mail from him. That's what it was. It was a beautiful letter, like just trying to help him out, because that's what kind of a scumbag Trump is. Cover for a dictator, somebody who kills people and destroys his own country.
Him and Kim, man.
Yeah.
Sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Oh, Kim Jong-un, I love you so much. That beautiful letter you sent me has got me so emotional. I can't believe you're into my big orange face and my lovely orange hair. We fell in love.
We're disappointed with the Christmas present. It's kind of like our many Christmases growing up poor. We never got what we wanted.
Yeah.
We always got shit under the tree. So thanks for bringing up those memories, Kim.
Right.
Thanks, man. Reminding me of a shitty Christmas I had long ago.
You owe us next year, man.
Yeah. You better give us something good on New, or maybe he's tricking us. Maybe it's a trick and he's going to do it on New Year's, So that way we'll bring our guard down. Maybe we'll be like, oh, it never came. Okay. And then bam, New Year's, fuck us up.
Make sure you tune in to Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen.
So now we got, what are we down to? Warren, and then we got Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is the man.
He's still in it, huh?
Yeah, Bernie. I mean, he's
Does he still want to do that free or get rid of our student loans?
he wants to get rid of student loans. He wants to give
Please
college.
hurry, man. I'm chipping away at that $10,000.
Yeah.
$67 at a time.
But your college actually shut down, didn't it? It's like you shouldn't even be responsible for
I know. I
it.
still owe the federal, I guess.
Oh, I see.
They did actually relieve me of the student loan from them, their loan or whatever.
So you went to one of those Trump scam colleges?
Yeah. Trump University. Clown University.
Clown University. But yeah, he wants to do that. He wants to let prisoners vote in prison. He wants to, he wants everything, man. He's like, I mean, I agree with a lot of what he says, but is he too left for somebody,
Can he stay alive?
Yeah. Well, I think he'll stay alive. I mean, he's a fighter. I think even with even if he had a heart attack, a stroke, and went into a coma, he'd still be fighting, He'd still have a voice through telekinesis or some shit.
I like Bernie. He's cool.
Yeah, Bernie's a cool guy. I think, like I said, if he gets voted in, I'd probably pick Buttigieg or Yang over him, but Bernie's cool. But then you have Joe Biden. Joe Biden's at the top of the list, always has been, because of Obama. But truth is, I don't like Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Do you?
Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't.
I mean, I like his name recognition. I like the fact that, he is what, but he's really a bit of a dud. I
just think it's funny how he's always challenging people to push-ups.
Yeah. Oh, is he? I never saw that.
Yeah, but everybody like, come on, man, you don't think I could do it? I'll challenge you right now. Let's do some push-ups.
No, you're joking, right?
Yeah,
That's not serious.
Yeah, you should look it up.
Is there a YouTube on that?
Yeah, there is when he was doing one of those town halls, one of the people in the audience was challenging him on some of his issues, and he's getting in his face. He's like, "Come on, man, I got it. Let's do some push-ups right now."
Yeah,
look it up. It's funny, man.
I don't know. He's too old, man. He's too grandpa-ish,
Yeah, but he could out push up you, man.
Yeah, well, good for him, but I don't know. He's too.
It's funny because he always says that, but we've never seen him do any push-ups.
Yeah, he probably do. He probably get winded after 1.5. Like myself, I get winded after 1.5.
Come on, Biden, show us what you got.
And I'm half his age, but the way he talks too, he rambles on like in the debate. He's like, healthcare. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck did he just say?
Yeah.
Like, I seriously don't know what the fuck he just
I
said.
think it's those fake new teeth he always has.
Is that what? I don't know.
They always look so perfectly shiny and new, like.
But I mean, obviously, if he's the front runner and he gets the man to get the job done, I'm voting for him, and I'm all for it. But over the rest of them, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not my top choice. He's always screwing things up. He always seems kind of discombobulated. It's always I don't know.
Yeah. Can he last 8 years? That's the thing. Or even 4.
As much as Bernie Sanders, I would imagine, but I mean, again, he's gonna have good policy. He has a lot of experience as far as reaching across the. I think he could work with people more, like as far as Republicans and Democrats working together.
Yeah,
he could probably get more done. He could probably bring the country together more after all the damage that the partisanship between the Republicans and the Democrats. He could probably bring it together. But,
yeah.
But it's just his personality, and
I just think this whole impeachment thing is going to drag out, and it's going to just overshadow the. Because I mean, isn't it like 39 days for the primaries or something? Or
it's coming up pretty fast.
And they're still trying to figure out if she's going to send those articles over to the Senate.
I hope she doesn't. I hope she holds on to him to the whole, so that way he can't. Because the moment the moment that
Mitch McConnell,
Moscow
Mitch.
Yeah, the moment that son of a bitch, Moscow Mitch. As soon as I get in there, I'm not going to take his side. I'm going to work with the president immediately.
I'm not friends with Putin.
I'm gonna take his side.
We've just been on a few dates. That's it.
So the moment that he acquits him, that's what Trump's going to run around doing, like he did with the Mueller investigation.
Yeah.
He's going to, I was acquitted. See, they didn't find anything in the Mueller investigation. Yeah, there's like 400 pages worth of shit that they found. He's going to do the same thing with this. The Senate found me. Even the Democrats voted for me. He's going to make up some shit, that's completely untrue.
Yeah. And he's going to probably say he's unimpeached.
Yeah, exactly. Because people already believe in that. So as soon as... What's his name? The Daily Show. On the Daily Show, they were showing that one guy that goes around and talks to all the Trump people.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes to the Trump rallies and he sees them. All of them. He asked them, "Oh, what do you think? Oh, read the transcript. Read the transcript. Did you read the transcript? No? I trust the president. I didn't read the transcript." It's like, what?
Like, oh, shit.
Like, what is wrong with these people? So it's the same thing. Trump's going to just lie through his teeth.
Yep.
So the moment it goes into the Senate floor and the moment Mitch McConnell says, he's innocent, we acquit him, that's what he's going to promote.
Yep.
They couldn't do it. They acquitted me. Fucking A.
Yeah.
I'm a free man. They couldn't stop me.
I'm just so worried because I made that vow to everyone that, like, if he wins, I'm going to have to buy a MAGA hat and wear it on Facebook on my profile. I got it in my Amazon wish list just in case.
Okay, right on. All right,
Keep America great.
So we've gone through all these goddamn candidates, all 50 motherfucking of them.
Yeah.
And, pretty much the top 5 are the ones we care about. The rest, just get rid of them. Now, who cares?
Yeah.
Let's just go with the top 5 and battle it out. Put them in a ring together and let them
I'd like to see it come down to Yang and Buttigieg. It'd be cool if it came.
Yeah, I really Yang.
Those two right now are my favorite.
Yang and then Buttigieg as the vice president. That'd be cool, or vice versa.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of my friends who are like into Trump and our conservatives, and they're actually liking Yang too. So he's kind of appealing to them too.
Because he does appeal to he appeals to the industrial people because he knows how to get those jobs. Like he says, hey, listen, your job is gone. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but you ain't getting a fucking job. A robot took it.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. A Mexican didn't take it. Immigrant didn't take it.
Yeah.
It was a robot.
Yeah.
And, hey, let me show you a different way to make money.
I even posted a while back. What would you do for an extra $1,000 a month? And I had like 50 or 100 comments of everyone commenting, saying, and people of all different parties or affiliations, and they all said they would buy stuff or take care of their families, or
Yeah, I mean, the only problem I see with that is how would you get it done?
Yeah, how would you get it done?
Is that an executive order?
Yeah.
Like, how do you?
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to get approval through the Senate,
Yeah.
and you really think
and we're looking at $400-something trillion a year, probably. You know, if you times 1,000 times, like say 350 million Americans a month. You know,
yeah, that's a
lot of money, but it's going to come from Wall Street, possibly the billionaires and the Bezos.
So this is what I'm hoping with the whole Trump thing. So last time in 2016, a lot of people felt guilty, like a guilty pleasure voting for Trump.
Yeah.
A lot of people that said, oh, I'm not going to vote for him. But really, they're like, oh, I really like him and I'm going to vote for him. But you don't want to say it out loud because you seem like a douchebag.
Yeah.
And I hope that this time it's going to be the exact opposite, where people already made their commitment to Trump.
Yeah.
So you feel stupid going back on that. Because a lot of people, when you say, oh, you still like that whole Trump thing as much as he's being a douchebag, they go, no, I love him. You know what? He's the greatest guy in the world.
Yeah.
I love him.
Uh-huh.
So they obviously don't want to feel like a douchebag by going back on that. So, but secretly, when they get to the ballot box, they're going to be like, man, do I really want 4 more years of this shit?
Yeah.
Fuck,
That's
I'm
what
tired.
I'm getting that.
You know, I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what? So, yeah, I won't vote for him. So I'm hoping that that's going to be the case,
Yeah.
you know, because even his most animate supporters, the people that are at the forefront fighting for him, they got to be tired, man.
Yeah.
They can't keep up with that every day, in and out of new. Like, it's just every day.
Yeah. Well, they wanted a different kind of president.
Yeah, they got it. But who can keep up with that for another? Like, it was
And a
great.
lot of them voted because they didn't want Hillary to win. Like, I just voted for Trump because I didn't want Hillary to win. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
or I wanted to
understand.
piss off the libtards.
Yeah. But now it's like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, like I think even my dad, he's kind of like, you know, the last time I talked to him, he was kind of open. He said the same thing. He said, you know, he's all, listen, I'm just tired of the bullshit. He said, and all I do is watch Fox News and they put him in the best light possible.
Yeah.
And he still doesn't come across as that great. You know what I mean? Like if Fox News can't even make you sound like the best person in the world, then there's something wrong there. So we appreciate your support. We appreciate you listening. And make sure you listen to the end of the show where we will add a very special treat for you. We will do either a parody song or a Trump tweet added to music. That way it makes what he says at least 20% bearable. Please leave a comment, subscribe to our podcast. Can you give me some sad music, Erik? Can you give me some Let me tell you, people, during this holiday season, if you promote our show, if you tweet us, if you let a neighbor know, it's the equivalent of giving 20 cents to the Animal Cruelty Association.
Just 20 cents.
It's charity.
It's charity.
You're doing us a favor by letting other people
Doing
know.
us a favor. Oh, yeah. And you're helping.
Other people don't need to know how shitty our show is.
How shitty our show is. Oh, how shitty it is.
So give back to all the other political dumbasses out there.
Because there are quite a bit.
They're not alone.
You're not alone. No, no, no.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
We appreciate your support. We appreciate you listening to us. We'd love to hear your comments. If you want to follow us, you can follow the show on Facebook at Political Dumbass. You can follow me on Instagram at Glenn Lee Allen Davis. Our website is politicaldumbass.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow my brother here, my brother from another
Father.
father. It wouldn't be, we got the same mother.
Sister from another mister, but I'm not a sister.
So we're brother from the same mother.
Yeah.
We got different daddies.
Uh-huh.
Shit, our mama got
Say
around.
brother from another father.
Our mama got around.
Yeah, she got around.
Shit. Somebody planted the seed in her twice.
Yeah, uh-huh.
2 different people.
At a Slayer concert.
But if you want to follow Mr. Fullmer over here, where would they follow you at?
Yes. Just look me up on Facebook.
From Erik
D. Fullmer. That's D-E-E, not D as in the initial, just the D-E-E, Erik.
And
with a
actually,
K.
if you go to our website, politicaldumbass.com, our bios will be at the bottom,
Yeah, you
and
can
I'll
read all
have all of
about
our
us.
social media links. So yeah, definitely check us out. We appreciate your support. Thank you for listening. And we will try to post a show every week. We're going to try to put them out every Tuesday if we can do that. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful and happy-go-lucky time in Wonderland.
And bye-bye.
Okay.
So interesting to see Nancy Pelosi demanding fairness from Moscow Mitch McConnell when she presided over the most unfair hearing in the history of the United States Congress. Moscow Mitch, Moscow Mitch, Moscow Mitch.
I hate that. Please don't call me Moscow Mitch anymore.
Oh, hello? Hi, is this Mitch McConnell? That depends on who's asking. Well, this is Chuck Mason over here at CNN.
CNN? What the hell are you calling me? You're the enemy of the people. You're the enemy of me. Fake news.
Oh, stop it, Mitch. Let me ask you. Are you going to run a fair trial? Or are you going to send Trump packing?
Am I going to do what to Trump?
Are you going to send Trump packing?
What?
Are you going to send Trump packing?
What? Who is this? Is this some kind of prank call or something?
Moscow Mitch.
What?
Turtle.
What?
Turtle.
Why does everyone call me a turtle? Do I look like a turtle to you?
Turtle.
What?
Turtle. Moscow Mitch.
Don't call me Moscow Mitch. I hate that. That is the worst thing. I am not a puppet of Putin's. I
You're
am
a puppet of
Mitch
Putin's.
McConnell.
Who?
Mitch McConnell.
What?
And I am the leader, the majority leader. You must respect your elders. Who is this
Calm down,
anyway?
man. Take me
You
to your
don't tell
leader.
me your real name.
Mitch, take me to your leader.
Sound like a punk kid to me. Anyway, I am not an impartial judge. I am not an impartial judge.
He just keeps going.
No.
Hello?